talking about how you just do whatever you want. Ooh, okay, Earth Angel, I love that for you. Yeah, some people, of course, are talking about it like, oh, okay, so she's just gonna do whatever she wants. You're just gonna do whatever you want. But some people are like, man, you're just gonna do whatever you want. I love that. I think the overwhelming majority are doing. Yeah, the latter. They're like inspired. Even if they don't realize it in the moment, they're like taken aback. They're like, what? No one does what they want. We're all out here doing what's expected of us. We've been doing that since we were kids. That's the familiar thing, doing what someone else wants. And the mature thing is to subvert, override what we want to do what someone else wants. That's supposed to be the virtuous thing. That's the good girl thing. That's the um, thing that everyone else is doing. That's the popular thing, right? But you're just doing whatever you want. And people are noticing the positive results. People are noticing how confident you look. They are noticing how relaxed you look. You exude. You just seem like you're not stressing because you're no longer doing what you don't want to do. And you don't care what other people have to say about it. Maybe you cut off people. Maybe you cut off your family. I love it. And I know lots of people are like, "What? You can't do that. You can't cut off your family." You show them, yeah, you can. The important thing is, do you want to? If so, got to do it. People are like, "Oh, you want to quit your job, so you just quit?" No. You got to go to work. Can't quit your job. But you show them, I don't know, I want to quit. So I'm going to do that. And people are like in awe. They're flabbergasted. They're like, what? No one does what they want. Like everybody wants to quit, but like you just don't. You just stick it out even though you hate it and it drains you and you don't have passion for it. You're supposed to like tough it out. But you are showing them that like actually you can just do what you want. If you want to quit so bad, quit. You're showing people that like when you do what you want, you get what you want. I feel like you've been wanting more freedom. You care more about freedom than being liked, than fitting in. And you've been getting what you want. Most people are taught that, like, it's not possible to be free and to be happy. So they settle for, being approved of, being obedient. And so when they see you doing what you want, they're like, that's an option? Yeah. So maybe you don't like pick up the phone like you used to. You're not responding to texts like you used to. I think you're being unapologetic these days. I think you're like, listen, I don't want to do this thing. I want to just chill in my own energy. And you're not, oh, I'm so sorry. Let me schedule some time to do that. Like, you're just like, I don't want to. I want to do this. End of story. You might not even like give all of this explanation that I'm saying. This might just be a conversation you're having with yourself. You're like, huh, do I want to do this thing? Nah, I would rather do the thing I'm doing now. And people are like, what? Some people are like, you can't do what you want. Like, you don't want to hang out with us. Some people are going to be offended that what you want might not include them. But it's nothing personal. It's just that like you've been probably all of your life um, doing what other people want you to do, doing what's expected of you. And now you're just like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. You know, having you earned the right to do what you want finally, you've been doing what other people want for decades now. I think you've earned, you deserve to just do what you want now. And other people are going to see you doing what you want, and they're going to, like, it's going to trigger them a little bit because they've been taught not to do what they want. And they've been taught to fear that doing what they want will lead to their downfall, will lead to something negative. But you're showing that, like, actually doing what you want is the correct thing. It's the moral thing. It's the thing that is going to heal you. It's the thing that's going to free you. So, like, of course, they want you to fear doing what you want, get you to mistrust doing what you want, following your intuition. But yeah, you've seen through the BS and you are doing what you want. And every time you do what you want, your muscle for doing what you want gets stronger. You get more comfortable. It feels better because, our brains are like habit machines. They're like prediction machines. It likes things that it's familiar with. And so your brain, your nervous system is wired to do what other people want. It might feel bad, weird, uncomfortable. Like when you work out for the first time, it's like so like it's painful to do what you want. You just have to get used to it. Just practice, practice, practice. And I think you've been practicing more and more. And if you need some encouragement, some permission, do what you want, babe. You know what you want, and what you want is correct. And you doing what you want is inspiring other people to do what they want. It's giving them permission to do what they want. They're like, man, I did kind of just want to stay home and order food and take a nap. I didn't want to go hang out with my family. I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to, I don't know. Um, I didn't want to engage how other people expect me to. I want to do it this way now. In every moment, you can just be like, I want to do this now. I want to do it differently. I want to be a completely different person. I want to embody this identity. And the more consistently you embody that identity, the easier it becomes, and the more the 3D starts to reflect it back to you. So you might as well just start doing what you want now. I feel like you're afraid that people are going to judge you. Yeah, that's what people do. Remember, our brains, they're like, judgment kind of making machines, prediction machines. Um, so, don't be upset that's like, oh my gosh, they're going to judge. Yeah, they love to judge. But what if they judge you positively? If you don't risk being judged negatively, it's going to be hard to be judged positively. And so you just have to know, like, yeah, people are going to judge you. And I heard a thing today. What's the response? Yeah, just like, it's like, and? Okay, and? Like, you're afraid that the judgment you receive, that you're going to believe it, that you're going to internalize it. And you're going to be like, oh, I am selfish and mean and bad and wrong. But you don't have to do that. In fact, like, why would you do that? Do you want to do that? If you don't want to do that, then don't. Just accept that people are going to have opinions and, they're not going to be right. You don't have to accept them. And you can just be like, okay, and do what you want. Say it anyway. Do it anyway. Not do it anyway. Do it differently. And people will expand and accommodate you. You just have to stand on business. People are so unused to other people standing on business that they kind of let you do it. They don't know what to do. They're so used to kind of like going along with things that like they'll go along with how you do it. Yeah. And people love to talk about stuff. So think about it as like you're giving people something they want. They like to have something to talk about, something they've never seen before, something that like, expands their understanding of what's possible. They're like, "What? Can you believe that this person is doing this? They're doing what they want. They're just out here doing what they want in 2026." Please, you're like the talk of the town. And maybe in their little groups and their little circles in public, they're like oh my gosh, I can't believe they're doing what they want. They'll see doing what they want, it's the bad choice. But in private, I think they can't help but be like, man, I wish I could do what I want. And they can. You're proving that. Ah! And that feels weird for them because, yeah, we've been taught, you know, you don't do what you want. It's like kind of evil and bad and immoral to do what you want. And so it feels weird. It feels like, oh, it feels like the wrong thing. And then everyone else is also not doing what they want. They're doing what other people want them to do. They're doing the role that other people want them to play. Um, and then here you come doing what you want. It's revolutionary, though. It's refreshing. It's what's needed. And always a fun, thought experiment. If there's no free will and you're just doing what you want, like you can't do otherwise. It's literally out of your control. You got to just do what you want. You're just along for the ride. Hey, buddy, talk to the, And so you just do what you want and, understand that, yeah, people are going to judge, but that they love to judge. There's so many judge shows. There's a profession called judge that we like compensate very highly. And like, it's very hard for a judge to like lose that position once they have it. I think it just shows that we love to judge. And that like the people who are doing what they want, they also open themselves up to being judged. So if you're going to do what you want, you also have to accept that people are going to judge you for it. And that's kind of all they can do. Especially, another thought experiment, if you're the only thing here, if you're the only consciousness, if all of this is just you projecting this like a dream, like all the characters in the dream are really just projections of your mind, then what are you afraid of? A bunch of projections of your mind judging you? So what? Just ignore it. Like in a dream, what would you do? Someone was coming at you crazy. You're just like, okay, I'm just going to turn around. Try it. See what happens. So yeah, if you're the only consciousness and then you like get a text message or a call that you're like, oh, do I have to take this? No, you don't. You're the only thing here. Do you want to take it? That's the question. If you want to take it, take it. I'm sure they have important information for your journey and experience for you, to receive. But if you don't want to, if what you want to do is ignore it and stay in your own energy and continue doing what you're doing, I give you permission. Do it. That's the correct thing. Maybe this is supposed to help this other person, develop these skills to give themselves whatever they were seeking from you. Know what I'm saying? You were this bright light, this healer, this great caretaker. You're very thoughtful, you're very considerate, you're very problem solving oriented, solutions oriented. And people love that, of course. But now that you started just like doing what you want, which might not include what other people want for you to do, which is like answer their question, help them with this, make them understand this thing, explain this to them, interact with them. Now you're doing what you want. And so they don't receive the care, the insight, the wisdom, the energy that you naturally bring. And they're like, oh, but yeah, I think the universe's spirit is calling for them to give to themselves what they're seeking from you. So resist the urge to give in to like, oh, but oh, they want to know, or they, they're asking about me, and oh, they got, so what? You're the only consciousness. It doesn't matter. And you've been increasingly just, yeah, doing what you want and like checking in with yourself. Like, do I want to engage in this way? If not, you don't. And the more and more you do that, the more like what you do want is going to magnetize to you. It's great. And like it's happening on like this large scale. And yeah, so the people who are doing what they want, they're getting ahead, they're advancing, they're ascending, they are getting what they want by doing what they want. And it's really shaking up the matrix. And, it's like, oh, for the people who are, attached to doing what someone else wants them to do. They've never seen it before. But because of you and people like you, like myself, um, everyone is getting used to it. This is the new protocol. Doing what you want, trusting your own intuition, marching to the beat of your own drum, doing what you want to, what you're inspired to in every present moment. That's going to be the new following orders, you know? Being sovereign, being self-directed, being free. Oof. Being authentic. That is what people are craving and thriving and inspired by, and does they love to see it. So don't get discouraged or afraid because of the people who are triggered and unfamiliar and uncomfortable with you doing what you want. It just is revealing to them how often they are not doing what they want. How often they tell themselves, oh, they have to do this. They can't do what they want. When you know you're the only thing, babe, you have no choice but to do what you want. Anyway, I'm sure that was a great message. I love you guys so much. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, we'll talk again tomorrow, Earth Angels. Ooh, I wonder what message is gonna come through. I know it's gonna be a freaking good one. So, love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.